Hello, my name is Jean Béliveau, and it is the 17th of May 2026, and I have this speech for you. It's about it's it's about respect, dignity, and human responsibility. Um, Dear friends, there are moments in life when silence is no longer enough. Not because we seek to dominate others, uh, not because we seek conflict, but because sometimes a human being must clearly affirm their dignity, their limits, and their value. Today, I want to speak about human respect, self respect, respect for others, and what happens when society forgets the importance the importance of this fundamental value. Now, respect as a human foundation is respect respect is not only politeness. It is not only a social rule. Respect is recognition, recognizing that another human being uh, possesses consciousness, sensitivity, and dignity, and the right to exist without constant humi- humili- humiliation. When society loses this ability, it begins to lose balance. Invisible wounds, there are physical wounds, but there are also invisible wounds. Words, behaviors, rejection, contempt, manipulation, or certain forms of harassment can leave deep marks on a human being. And too often, these realities are minimalized. Well, minimized, yes. Some people learn to survive in silence. Others learn to hide their emotions, and others spend years trying to understand why certain human relationships become so destructive. Refusing humiliation. There comes a moment when a human being must calmly must calmly but clearly say, um, "I refuse to be reduced to contempt." Not out of arrogance, but because no healthy society can function if respect disappears. To demand respect does not mean becoming violent. It does not mean dominating others. It means establishing clear borders. Now, the difference between strength and brutality. Many people confuse strength with aggression. But true human strength is often quieter. It is the ability to remain conscious, to preserve dignity, uh, to defend borders, without losing one's humanity. A strong person is not always the one who crushes others. Sometimes the strongest person is the one who refuses to become what wounded him. Collective responsibility. Societies always also carry responsibility. When toxic behavior becomes normalized, when contempt becomes entertainment, or when certain people are constantly uh, rejected, society as a whole eventually suffers the consequences, because civilization does not become strong only through technology or power. It becomes strong when it protects human dignity. Personal reflection on my own path, I have reflected deeply on the way human beings treat one another. I have realized that there is something that is there is sometimes a lack of discernment, a lack of listening, and a lack of awareness toward certain forms of human suffering. But rather than transforming this into hatred, I choose to turn it into reflection on justice, consciousness, and respect. On respect and consciousness. A conscious society is a society capable of listening, reflecting, recognizing mistakes, and correcting certain behaviors. Without this, conflicts become permanent. Respect should not be seen as a weakness, it should be seen as a form of human intelligence. Refusing destructive cycles. Yes, when human beings are too long in conflict, contempt, or tensions, they risk repeating the same cycles again and again. But another possibility exists: the possibility of becoming aware, um, of establishing boundaries, of seeking justice, and of rebuilding healthier relationships. A vision for the vision of the future, I believe that a more advanced civilization must learn to balance the justice with the responsibility, freedom, and human respect. Without respect, freedom becomes brutal. Without consciousness, justice becomes cold. Without dignity, human beings eventually destroy one another. The conclusion of all this is that today my message is simple. Human respect is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Every human being deserves to be treated with a minimum of dignity. And if we want to build a more stable, more conscious, and more human future, we must learn to transform contempt into understanding, um, conflict into reflection, and suffering into evolution. To demand respect does not mean hating others. It means recognizing one's own value. Yes, and thank you tonight for tonight, and good night to all.